Hello and welcome to our third Java tutorial. In this part we will learn how to set up Eclipse integrated development environment, which is much more nice and useful than simple text editor for compiling Java programs. Okay, so let's start our internet browser. In the search engine field, let's type Eclipse and let's go directly to the Eclipse.org page and download section. Here we see several packages. We could of course download Eclipse for Java developers or Enterprise Edition Java developers, but I recommend to download Eclipse Classic, because it allows us to work with other languages also, like Fortran, C++, Tcl, Python, and Ruby and others. So let's use it, and of course we can use it for Java. So I will download the Windows 40-bit version, and this file is not an installer but only zip file, because Eclipse is written in Java and it doesn't need install. So you just unpack this zip file into some location. I have done it already. So please unpack your distribution of Eclipse to for example C Eclipse folder, and you can of course make a shortcut on the desktop and then just double click in it and run Eclipse. Okay, let's start our first project. So go File, New, Java Project, or just Project, and now click Java Project. Here we can type the descriptive name of our project. So for example, it is my first Java project. Finish. And now nothing happens really. We have to create a first class manual. So let's click on the source folder, choose new. From those possibilities, choose the class, because we want to create our first class, and here we can type, for example, hello class. We can also automatically create public static void main statement, so please check this box also and click finish, and that's all. Eclipse created for us the file hello Java and public class hello. I only put braces in other position, because as you maybe remember, I recommend putting braces in the same column, this opening and closing brace, for a class or method. And here we have comments. Multi-line comments starts with slash star and ends with star slash, and one line comment is just 2 slashes. So we can put a comment with description of the method for our documentation. This is our first program, for example. And okay, now let's type system out print line. Now we see that Eclipse proposes us some extensions, some methods for this system out class, and this is very useful property of this program, because if we don't remember a method name, and in Java the methods names are sometimes very long, Eclipse give it for us. So now we just say and if it disappears, we can always click Ctrl space bang, and it appears again. So let's choose print system out print line, and now we type hello world again, and if we forget to put semicolon, for example, Eclipse indicates an error. So it says syntax error, insert semicolon to complete the block statement. So it is very useful, like you see. And another thing is line numbers, which are not default set in Eclipse, so you have to configure it by yourself. Let's go into Window, Preferences, General, Editors, Text Editors. So again, General, Editors, Text Editors, and you have to put a check in this place, Show Line Numbers. It is not enabled by default, so you have to check it. It is very useful to have line numbers. Now we can compile our program, so hit run, and we see the output in the console. This time it is graphic console, so it's much more convenient than those like text tools which we use in previous lesson. Here the console is in graphical environment, it is much more common. The simplest way to run a program in Eclipse is to use a shortcut Ctrl F11, and you can compile your program instantly. Okay, if we make an error, for example, let's type system out print line, and again something. Okay, let's forget, for example, this brace. Okay, and we want to run it. Eclipse signalizes an error, but we insist on compiling this. So now we see that compiler gives us an error. It proposes that you insert parenthesis or semicolon, and also tells which line is the error. It's in 13 line. If you click on this error, you are automatically put in this line, so you can correct it. So as you see, it is very convenient to work with Eclipse environment. One last thing, something wrong. System system, not system. Okay, you see, very well. Now it works fine. Last thing I would like to talk about is how to add new files to your project, because in Eclipse everything needs to be inside a project, and you cannot just open file like this. Go to some directory and open hello Java from our this is from actually from our previous lesson, but if you try to run it, you will see some strange end here. What is this? We'll not talk about what is this end build. This is more advanced topic, but you clearly see that something goes wrong. So it is not a way to add a file to Eclipse like this by opening a file. No, you have to add a file by copying it. So go to the Java catalog directory, copy some file like this, copy, and go to source directory and paste it. And I have this strangely looking file because its name is in Polish. Now I can double click it and run it, and everything is okay. You see some strange text here. So remember, if you want to add a file to our project, copy it and paste into source directory. Okay, that's all for this lesson. If you like my tutorials, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.